many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL play. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 5'11 quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
He's always been an incredible decision maker on the field. Takes care of the ball really well, puts his team in the right positions, makes sure the play calls are accurate. Also was a minor league baseball player. Didn't hit very well there. I think he made a great career choice picking football.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to set him back 5 yards. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Time, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And here's the starting offensive unit for Seattle.
An excellent year, obviously, because they got the open week, had the bye. But the one thing you always worry about, the rust factor. And I had a coach say to me one time, when you have that open week, you often think about scrimmaging so you're ready to go the next week, but you know you can't. So you cross your fingers and hope your guys are ready to roll.
The Seahawks send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Now here's Vic. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And quickly now, here's a look at the Rams offense.
And this is a unit that has to feel good about itself. Got the win last week in the wild card round, and oftentimes we say you want to get the open week and get some rest, but many times we see the upsets happen with a team that won the week before and has momentum on its side.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And a look at Seattle's defense.
Jadeveon Clowney was the #1 pick in the NFL draft, and it was with good reason. An absolute athletic freak. Now he's trying to add consistency to his game.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And that's complete to Cooks. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Carson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 36, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his
and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Now Wilson. Well, he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they had the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. Yeah. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go, baby.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
Becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, you know, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here's Vick out to his left. Oh, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. It's caught, Beckham. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Second and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk 1st. Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
But they were in the red zone, and they needed a 1st down. Was it a surprise to you that they went to the tight end?
Not at all. I thought, though, the defense might put a little more pressure on him, but still able to complete it. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Now it's Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 3 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The papers this week, it was all talk about how big of a game this was. Of course it is. It's the playoffs. It's the divisional round. But they handle it well. They score early. They
really did. Plenty of confidence exuded on that drive. No nerve showing. Terrific way to get things started. They are in control.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
And the Rams now coming out on the field.
And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To throw, Vick. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Vick. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the gun, it's Wilson. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Cleveland Farrell collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Wilson. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Wilson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 31, Vick got a man. It's Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st.
Outlaw. Go, go, go. Go.
On 1st down, it's Henderson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing, Vick. He can run for it, and he will. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Vick to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Vick readies to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Vick. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Wilson now off the bootleg. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The Seahawks on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Now it's Carson pushing through the contact. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way...
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, with the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Vick now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now here's Vick. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run the counter. Carson.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On third down, it's Carson. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. On first down, Wilson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Wilson to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. He finds his target, Beckham. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Wilson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. He'll check that down to Carson. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Wilson will throw again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Vick will look to throw on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 2nd down. And his kick is indeed good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much.
Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers.
We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Vick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Now the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Ready. 18 Gator. Keep it up. Ready.
Back to it after the pick six. Vick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Vick. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And able to find Green. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henderson. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Vick. Well, he cannot get away. Down goes Vick. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here we go. Ken Lobo. Snap.
3rd and long for Vick. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Still churning. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. You've told me before it's tough to identify how to block a 3-4 defense. There wasn't a whole lot of blocking there.
And one other thing an offensive line coach told me, if you want to run wide against a 3-4, which is difficult to do because of the speed of the outside linebackers, it's often difficult for your offensive linemen to hit targets in space and create lanes for your guys to run through.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Now it's Wilson. It's caught. Beckham. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, it's Carson. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the... And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A.J. Brown, 26 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards to pick up, 1st down. They run it with Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught by OBJ. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the game there. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Number 53, Mike 53. Get in the white room. Get in the white room.
At the 27-yard line.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
380.
From the 27, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle to Beckham. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, But that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick here is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That throw by Vick, incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Vick is going to find his running back. It's complete. The Rams on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Vick. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. He gets it to Cooks. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Vick now, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing, Vick. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They come up now, 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, it's Vick. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Darrell Henderson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the move to his left. He'll run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now here's Vick. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was all polished off by Darrell Henderson's touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Man, it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. On first down, Carson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Wilson now off the bootleg. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do in that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done. And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Wilson throwing again. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Vick. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Vick. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Vic readies to throw. That's taken in by Henderson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
60 Pittsburgh.
3rd and short yardage. Vic. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. First down, Vic. And that is incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Let's go, fellas. 30 base.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2. He'll look to throw. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
What? 53, Mike. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Check.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They run again with Carson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. This is Carson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And off the crossbar, and it kicks back out. Needed maybe a foot or two, but it's no good as it stands. And this score will stay right where it is. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a two-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's back to throw. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. One last shot for Michael Vick. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side. And now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.